Playland say another to welcome and hello. So, brief overlook today at OlliOlli 2. Welcome to Olliwood. It's a basic 2D game based around skateboarding with a bright colour scheme. In the game, you make sure that you make it to the end of the level with as many points as possible, with the game being based around jumping, doing tricks, grinding, and timing the landing of your jump. So just a few buttons to worry about. You've got your left analog stick and you have a single land button. Due to this game being based so heavily around an analog stick, using a controller is extremely recommended in the game beforehand, and I myself am going to strongly recommend that you use one. To the point that if you don't have an analog stick controller available to you, I would seriously think twice about buying this game, which is very unusual for a PC game. The graphics for me were a simple style which I have slagged off in previous games, but it generally does work with this game, mixed with the bright colour scheme and a lot of the backgrounds. You can sense the sense that this is based in Hollywood, and that's sort of what the very weak storyline behind this game is, that it's based in Hollywood, that you're filming this and the stunts are all for show and for your fans, because everybody needs fans and you need to generate fans for everything. So hey, why should this game be any different? Controls in this game, not being a complex game and just being based around simple controls, all that you can ask for is that they keep it tight, that it stays responsive and you feel that what you're doing is what the game should be doing, which they've managed to achieve. There's very few frames between input and the guy doing what you need, and in a free runner like this you need that interaction. So if that's your worry about laggy controls, no need to worry, controls work fine. Not a lot more to say about this game in this video other than that I enjoyed it. The game is very simple, it's very based around trying to keep up with the environment as it's coming past you, and if you really do get into this game, I can see the levels of difficulty improving as you try and squeeze more and more and more stunts into what you are trying to do. So this is an example I like of a good indie game. It's kept its idea, it's built everything around that simple idea, and it's just made sure that it's done that to the best of its abilities. They've not tried to be flash with this, they've not tried to be coy with this or overly clever. The game is just a fun, enjoyable game to be played that I don't think there's much else too much like this out there. There's a lot of runners out there, but a lot of them for me just seem very slapstick, and especially when they're roguelites, because with randomly generated levels you can't get that same feeling that there's been some thought put into these levels, that something new's being thrown up, because it's randomly generated, has to play on the side of safe because it doesn't want to make it impossible. So in my mind, if it's a game that you've got the spare a couple of quid for, it's really is worth it. If you like what you're seeing in the background and you want to have a little bit of go on it, or you want, well, it's not Tony Hawk's, but you want to flash back and you're into your skating, then I don't think there's a lot just to be sort of for you. There's not a wide range of stunts or anything like that that will keep it going for skateboarding fans. So overall, just a tight, consistent game and worth it in my mind.